I had 5 different doctors basically telling me I'm crazy. And it was the 6th doctor. She literally took my hands and said, I don't think you're crazy.
Welcome to Finish Lines and Milestones, a podcast for everyday runners. I am your host, Allie Bretnacher, and if you run, you are a runner, and every runner has a story. Join me each week as I share these stories and we celebrate finish lines and milestones together. This week's episode is unofficially brought to you by Amazfit. That's AMAZFIT. You'll hear why when you listen to the episode. They have high quality and affordable smartwatches and wearables. So go check them out. Use code ALLYB, ALLYB, for 10% off of your order. And now for this week's guest. Karen Kirkpatrick and I met originally on Instagram, but we've since met in person for this interview and for a run because Karen is based in Carmel, Indiana, where I live. She is a special education teacher and self-proclaimed lupus warrior princess. She has the shirts to prove it. Diagnosed with lupus in 2010 after being dismissed by 5 different doctors. Karen refused to let her chronic illness define what her body could do. Since 2014, she's completed 28 half marathons, a Disney World full marathon, and most recently the Flying Pig half marathon in Cincinnati, all while managing symptoms that would sideline most people on their best day. This episode is very inspiring, and I hope you enjoy meeting Karen Kirkpatrick. Welcome, Karen.
Hi.
For anybody who isn't watching the video, Karen is wearing the cutest headband from Flying Pig. I love it.
All the little piggies.
All the little piggies. And she brought her medal, which is amazing. It's legit. It's very heavy.
Yeah, I didn't expect it to be that heavy.
I like a heavy medal.
But when they handed it to me, I was like, wow, that's got some weight to it.
You're
Good.
like, oh, this is
I
like...
know I still have it on me then.
Yeah,
but I like how it has a front and a back. The front has the pig face and the back has the pig.
The pig butt is so good.
So the whole thing about pigtails. And this was only the 22nd running of it. So
okay,
they got a ways to go to catch up with the...
with the mini, they do.
Yeah.
So only 22 years people have been trying to do both of those at the same
doing those
weekend.
Hills.
In those hills. So I asked you when I saw you, how are you feeling? How are you recovering? What's that like for you?
This time around, it's a little bit more difficult due to the hills and stuff like that. I did train in the winter. I train more on the treadmill. I don't like the freezing cold, and neither does my body. Even though I grew up in Ohio, not a fan of the cold, but I use the treadmill a lot and the elliptical, and I set it on a higher incline just to try to get that. Sure. And then when the weather did turn nice enough to go outside and join the club, I would be going over the bridges a couple of times trying to get, because there's no hills here. Yeah. This reminds me of my college days. There's no hill.
You're like, how do I get hill training here?
Yeah. So it became difficult, but what I realized afterwards, I nearly PR'd this one. I was about 7 minutes off.
Wow.
I was like, shoot, if I would only have kept running down that hill all the way to the finish line, I might have PR'd this.
Oh, man. Well, woulda, coulda, shoulda.
But my glutes and about halfway through my calves started really hurting because it is a lot of hills. It's a lot of going uphill, and you think you're done, and you're not.
Yeah.
So
it scares me for that reason. But
it does. You turn a corner because you get off, levels out a little bit, you levels off, and you're like going, okay, I'm good. And then you turn a corner.
And you're like,
not
great.
Good. I'm like going, But going up to where their art museum is and stuff like that, that's the hardest part.
Okay.
And trying to figure out how people were running up that hill, or hills, I should say.
Yeah.
Like, nope, I'm walking. And more than 50% of us were walking.
Yeah.
So it was fine to walk it.
Of course.
Like,
yeah.
Walk it, do your mile the way you got to do it.
Yeah, however you got to get there.
So, but so I'm still pretty sore.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a lot of like our fun things of hot showers, cold showers,
this
and that. And a lot of my favorite stuff to use on me is Dr. Doug's magnesium balm.
Okay, I've never tried that.
Oh, he's fantastic. He's a neurologist here in Indiana.
Oh, he's local too, even.
Yeah, he's local. And he has a whole line of balms, but I like using the magnesium balm.
Okay.
And then after a while, after that soaks in and stuff like that, or I'll start with the doTERRA Deep Blue, which is like a Bengay kind of thing.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
But it works great.
Right.
Too,
literally whatever works.
Yeah. So going up and down the stairs at work, going up and down the stairs at school, at home has been a little bit of a trial. I'm like, both rails.
Yes. Yeah. So. Oh my gosh. Too crazy. How many times have you done Flying Pig? Have you done that one before?
No, this is my first one.
It's your first one.
And it's going to be my last one.
And last one.
I'm not.
Boom.
One and done on that one.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of made my choices a long time ago to say one and done.
Yeah.
And just keep going and trying new ones.
That's really cool. So, because as you know, I do a lot of the same ones over and over again, which is great in its own right, but there's still so many races to go do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I used to do the Princess Half Marathon in Disney World when I lived in Florida. Did that 5 times.
Wow.
Magical every time, but I did it 5 times.
Wow. And did you live in Orlando area?
No, I lived in Fort Myers.
Okay. Nice.
So when I was getting married, we moved to Florida because that's where basically he was stationed, and some of his family was still living there. And
okay.
We lived in Fort Myers, but went to Disney World a lot. I love Disney World.
Yeah.
No matter what people say, I still love Disney World.
Yeah. Well,
but I've done all the races except when they changed the Star Wars one to the Springtime Surprise, I think they call it now.
Okay.
And I've never done the Springtime Surprise.
Okay, so, Springtime Surprise. I've actually never heard of that.
It's in April.
Okay.
They do it in April. So it's just like, okay, whatever. So they, anything to make a medal of Disney.
Yeah, one of these days I'll do one of those races. But now, I mean, as everybody knows with the running boom, like a lot of races are hard to get into. Disney is one of those where it's you have to know what you're doing.
Yeah, you have to be you have to be on your computer clicking.
Yeah.
It's like getting those concert seats, like the
exactly.
concert seats where you're like going clicky. Come on, let me in.
Yes, please, let me in the queue.
Because like when my one and only marathon I did Disney World.
Yeah. And
that was amazing. But like in 2021, when registration opened, I was actually at a conference for teaching for the school district I was working for then. And I'm sitting there in the office audience, and I'm going, I had my computer on my lap, and I'm sitting there clicking. And all of a sudden, it lets me, I'm like typing as fast as I can.
You're like, I don't know what else is going on, but this is happening.
Putting this in right now and everything. And I nearly screamed out loud when it says, okay, you're in.
Well, I know, right? You're like, nobody else understands.
That's why I'm going to start to scream here in a moment. And they're like, okay, we're going to take a break now, 15-minute break for you teachers. You can go out and go to the bathroom. And once everybody started, I'm like, yes, I'm in. So I got to do my little submission. A couple of my teaching friends are like, what are you talking about? I said, I'm in doing the marathon at Disney World.
So cool. And for those two, you have to sign up. Like, it's not all the way a year in advance, but it sure feels like that.
It's about 6 months in advance. You kind of have to book your hotel about a year in advance, though. Oh. So you're playing chances there whether or not you're going to get into the race. Like, I had a friend help me book me into one of the Disney resorts. And I was like, I need to stay on site. And normally we stay at Shades of Green because we are a military family.
Oh, interesting.
So there's a special hotel for military families, whether you're a veteran or
I didn't know that. That's really cool.
And it's on site. It's actually across the street from the Polynesian.
Okay.
But like Shades of Green was completely booked. For Shades of Green, you have to book really early.
Wow.
So we went and stayed at New Orleans instead. Stayed at the Princess and the Frog kind of thing.
Okay. Oh, right. Cool. So, yeah, I've never been. I've been as a kid to Disney, but I haven't been back yet.
They say it's changed a lot since everything.
I'm sure. I mean,
when COVID hit and they basically shut down RunDisney.
Right, for like 2 years.
Yeah, and everything was virtual. I'm like going, I can't do virtual.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's really hard. Well, and so then 2022 was your marathon, so you got in right after. That's
they
even
reopened.
luckier because I'm sure people were really itching.
Yeah, right after they kind of like reopened up all the races and said, okay, we're going to have them in person now.
Yeah.
You can still do them virtual if you want, but we're going to have them in person.
Yeah.
And they started redoing all the races and bringing all the races back.
Yeah.
They just recently brought back Disneyland's RunDisney.
Right.
They had those gone for quite some time.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Okay. So I want to dig into all of the racing stuff, but I also want to give people a chance to get to know you and your story before finding running. And then obviously, how important running has been in your journey. So you grew up in Ohio.
Yeah.
What part of Ohio are you originally
Columbus.
From Columbus.
I'm
so
from
that's
the capital.
Perfect. Yeah.
I'm from the heart of it all, in the capital.
So that's where it's going to start, and that's where, well, at least the running part is going to end.
Spoiler
alert.
Yes.
We'll get to that. Okay, so Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah. Buckeye Nation. No, I'm not a Buckeye fan.
Okay. Well, that's probably good for a lot of people listening here, I imagine.
I've upset a lot of people by starting IU.
Yeah.
And going to IU for another degree. And they're like going, couldn't you have done it through? I'm like, nope.
Sorry.
Taking IU.
Yeah. And then you mentioned a sister before we started recording, a sister of yours. Do you have just one sibling?
No, I have 2 older sisters. One lives in Columbus with my mom. One lives just outside Cincinnati in Fort Thomas, Kentucky.
Okay.
And she's the one that she went all out this past weekend.
That's so wonderful.
Pig, and I was elated with everything.
Yeah. So you're the youngest of 3 girls?
Yeah, I am.
So I'm the oldest of 3 girls.
So I get always introduced. I don't know if your parents ever did this to you, but my mom still says to people today, "You remember my baby."
Oh.
I'm like, "Mom, I'm 54."
Yeah.
But I'm forever the baby.
Yeah, I know. I call even my 5-year-old and my 8-year-old.
Yeah.
I'm like, "You're my babies," and they're like, "We're big kids now." I'm like, "No,
You're always
not even close. You're
always be
gonna
mama's babies.
Yeah, exactly right. So, where did you go to undergrad?
Bowling Green State University for all my undergrad, actually. So first one, photography, fine arts.
Right, so cool.
It was so cool. I still do a lot of photography. I like taking pictures. I love doing sceneries and stuff like that. I'm more of an artist than I am like portraits and stuff like that. I used to do the portraits and weddings to pay some bills and stuff, but I don't do that anymore. And then went back to Columbus, Ohio to work. I worked in the industry for a while.
Okay.
And then...
What, by industry, what do you mean?
I worked for a camera photography
in
place.
that industry. Okay.
Yeah. And then I decided I didn't like being in corporate world.
Right.
And so I was like going, nurse, teacher. Went teacher. Little did I know what I was getting myself into on that one.
Oh my goodness.
So went back to Bowling Green, got my education degree. And it was during that time that I actually picked up playing ice hockey. So I played ice hockey for Bowling Green State University women's.
Did?
Yes. Not the greatest, but I still played.
That's incredible. Did you play any other sports when you were younger?
No. I was the kid that always wanted to get out of PE class.
Yeah, okay. And
the girl that always faked having cramps.
Right. You're like, I'm sick.
I'm sick, can't do it.
Yeah.
Don't make me run. That kind of thing. I was always the girl, don't make me run.
Yeah.
I can't do push-ups. I can't do pull-ups. Don't ask me to, kind of thing. I was like, nope. No, I was always that person. And then I get to college, and that's when I started working out. It's because we had that rec center.
Okay.
And that's when I actually started doing some workouts in here and there and stuff like that. But then they put together an ice hockey team for the women. I'm like going, and it was a club team, which is fine. So they'll take all kinds of people. And I'm just like, so I learned how to ice skate. And
you learned how to ice skate to play ice hockey?
Yeah. I actually took an ice skating course so that I can get my skating skills better.
Right.
And stuff. So like that. And then joined the team, and I first started off as defense, and then they moved me to wing, and I love hockey. I've been a Red Wings fan. Sorry for everybody who's a Chicago Blackhawks fan, but neither one of our teams are in the playoffs. Yeah, well. Since about 92.
Really?
Yeah. A friend turned me onto it, and then in like 98, 99 is when I joined the women's hockey team at Bowling Green, and had a lot of fun doing it. That kind of strengthened me up, and you realize when you stop doing something, you notice the weight get on.
Sure, yeah.
So, it was a lot of late nights of practices and stuff like that, and then games of traveling, and I loved every minute of it.
Wow. Where did you travel?
We actually went into Canada a few times,
cool.
Like close to Toronto.
Nice, yeah.
We had tournaments. We would travel to other universities, like Michigan State, Michigan, OSU. Anybody who had a girls' club. We also played some minor league women's hockey teams, too, so...
Wow. Did you ever play at Miami of Ohio?
No.
That surprises me.
No, we never went down there.
Yeah,
they might have gone now. I don't know if they still have their team anyway. I don't know if Bowling
Green Bowling Green. I was going to say Miami. So I didn't know this when I went to Miami of Ohio. I didn't know that they were a big hockey school. But it's like
most of Ohio
huge.
Is, yeah.
I didn't
Except if you're a Buckeye. Buckeye is all football and basketball.
Yeah.
I'm like, So, but yeah, so that was probably my intro to actually getting into sports.
Yeah. More. Ice hockey. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nobody really knows.
Wow. Okay. And so then at what point in your life did you discover that you have a chronic illness?
It was in 2010, actually, and I was teaching and living in Columbus. It was right after I got my master's degree and everything, and I was teaching a multiple disabilities class, which is a highly needs kids and stuff like that. And one summer, about summer of 2010, I started getting really severe inside pains. Like my kidneys were just hurting. And people were like, no, it's muscle spasms, or no, it's just stress. And I had 5 different doctors basically telling me it's in my head, basically telling me I'm crazy. There's nothing wrong with you, because all the labs that they did came back normal. They didn't do the correct labs. And it was the sixth doctor, and it just happened to be a female. And I was just like, And she took me by the hand. She literally took my hands and said, I don't think you're crazy. There is something going on, because I'm in tears. I said, I can't function right. There's something going on. I'm getting constant headaches. I said, I'm hurting all over. I'm swelling. I'm getting this rashes all over. Like right now, after every race, I have lesions. I have like 5 or 6 lesions right now on my midsection from racing. But like I said, I'm getting these symptoms and stuff like that. I don't know what's going on. I feels like my body is shutting down, and they're like, oh, all the doctors like, no, you're just overworked, you're stressed, da da da. I said, that can't be it.
How old were you at this point? Like early 40 or no 30s?
It was in my 30s, yeah.
Okay.
So it was near my late 30s, and I was just like going, no, there's something wrong. And then that one doctor looked at me, she's like going, I want to run these tests on you. So she sent me back out to get more blood drawn and stuff like that. And we had a few other things drawn out of me. I don't like to talk about because it's just too painful to even remember. And it came back, like the first thing that came back was my ANA, which is how your body balances things and stuff like that. And if it's usually above like a 4 or 5, then there's something inflamed in you.
Okay.
Definitely when it comes back as a 9.
Holy moly.
She's like, right, yeah. And then she's looking at my other symptoms, my headaches, my fatigue, the butterfly rash, the lesions, the internal pains. And she's like going, what I'm going to diagnose you with is lupus. And at that time when she said that, I thought it was I didn't know what it was first, but I also thought it was a death sentence. Honestly, I thought I was dying. And technically, your body is fighting against it. So
yeah.
And so my body was just at war with itself.
Is it something that can run in the family? Is it genetic at all?
They don't know.
Okay. Well.
It could be genetic, but when I asked my mom and everything, because I was like I said, I got to know. Nobody else has ever had that diagnosis. Now, they may have had it and not realized it, and what I had to go through, to get a doctor to believe me.
Right. I guess people
Maybe
just
they
give up.
Yeah, they give up after the first doctor. I'm like, don't give up. Keep pushing. And I still have to push today with doctors. Something is wrong. I know something is wrong. I need your help.
Yeah.
So,
Jeez.
It just takes a lot of time. But yeah, it took one doctor to finally say, you're not crazy. Well, I am. That's beside the point.
but not about this.
Not about this part. And so 2010, I think it was September or August of 2010, she's like, I'm diagnosing you with this. I want you to see a rheumatologist, and they're going to get you started on everything else. And from that point, they put me on prednisone daily. You want to talk about weight gain and wanting food? There you have it.
Wow.
Just to get all the inflammation down. It was close to 2 years or more that I was on on prednisone. Then I moved to Florida in 2011 and got married. Those doctors decided to try me on new medications, which are cancer drugs.
Interesting.
So not radiation or anything like that, but methotrexate can make things happen, and it's just not pretty. And did that, a lot of other things to help try to take the inflammation away and stuff like that. And then, and the entire time from 2011 to the end of 2013, I was just like, I feel like I'm dying still. This is a death sentence. I'm never going to be well. I'm never going to be able to do anything. And I didn't. And then watched my mom in her 60s, I think she was, like 50s to 60s. Might have been her 60s, that she was doing half marathons. She was walking them, but she was still faster than me. And she was doing half marathons for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, raising money. And just one day in 2013, I'm like going, this can't be the end of me. This cannot be it. I had to change my mental state and say, if my mom in her 60s with a knee replacement and everything, call my mom the bionic woman, she's got a lot, can do this, I think I can do this. So in January of 2014, I signed up for Columbus, Ohio's marathon for the half of it. And that was good. So that's in October. I'm like going, so I have like 8 months here or 9 months here to train. And that's what I did, but I didn't have a coach. I was in Florida. I was just doing my best. I'm like going, okay, if I'm going to do this one, then I'm going to go ahead and sign up for Fort Myers. half marathon, which would be 2 weeks later after that one. I said, you know what? Then I found out about RunDisney, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to sign up for my first Princess, which is for 2015.
Jeez, yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to do that one. And so I was like going, boy, it's addicting signing up for these things. And I haven't even completed one yet.
I was going to say, yeah. I was like, wait a minute. You got to do one and then.
No, but so I was like going, yeah. So
but good
I'm
for you.
training, and Florida gets really, really hot. So I had to use a treadmill to be in the air conditioning.
Yeah.
Luckily, where we lived, they had like a club room where they had the treadmills and everything.
Nice.
So I'm sitting here trying my best and everything, and got home to Columbus and flew home to Columbus and scared half out of my mind. I'm scared every half marathon I do. I am nervous. I'm scared every time I step up to that start line. Every single one. And I have to just keep reminding myself of things that you've proven it before, you'll prove it again. So I proved that I was a lot stronger than I thought I was. So that very first half marathon, even though I trained, I didn't have a coach. I didn't know there was such a thing as a running coach, actually, until I got here.
Yeah, it took me a very long time to figure that out as well.
I'm like going, how many years later?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was such a thing. So
Yeah.
I did my best, and I got to see, my mom was way ahead of me. So I really didn't get to see her.
I was going to ask if you did it together. Did you start together at all?
Yeah, we started together, but she's faster than me. Everybody's faster than me, I swear. I don't care, but I do my own pace. I do my time. But Columbus, Ohio is an interesting place to run through, and especially it's for a nationwide children's hospital.
Yes, I've heard this.
And they have cheer squads every mile. So I'll talk about the Flying Pig about that one too. But they have cheer squads every mile, and every mile is dedicated to a kid from nationwide. And this hospital is a huge hospital now, because I remember going to Children's when I was a kid, getting my tonsils out and trying to escape.
Oh.
Never liked hospital. But so she's far ahead of me. And it was about mile 8, I think. Mile 7 to 8 is when I hit that wall. And all of a sudden I started feeling the pain. And I was crying. And then by mile 10, I was in so much tears I could barely see. And somebody from the cheer squad noticed, and I'm limping, I'm swelling, everything was just felt wrong in my body. And she came up and she's just like going, I'm going to run with you, or I'm going to walk with you. I don't remember what she said, because I don't know if I was trying to run or if I was walking. And she's like, I'm going to get you to the next mile. And then they passed me off for the final 3 miles. They're like, oh, no, we need somebody out here with her. Get her to that point. And once the person who picked me up at 12 got me to 13, she pointed. She's like, look up there. You see that? That's your finish line. Go. Oh. And I wasn't expecting my mom to be waiting for me. Oh. She was waiting for me. There's actually a picture of it online on Facebook. I still have it, of me and my mom. My mom put my very first finisher medal on me. She was waiting for me. She's like, I was hoping you were not going to have to be brought back in on something else. She's like, but you did it. And from that point on, I knew I was addicted and to these things. And it's just, I couldn't believe it. I was crying tears of joy, because look what I accomplished. I have lupus, and this is what I've done. And then my mom puts my finisher medal on me, and I'm like going, that is my very first finisher medal. I'm never going to get rid of this thing. And then I'm just like going, okay, I think I need a medic. Oh. Yeah. I need some ice and medic right now. Yeah. And my mom's like going, wheelchair.
Oh my gosh.
And here's my mom, so much older than me, and she's fine. But then we get back to her car and everything like that. We get back to the house, and literally they had to cut all the clothing off of me. I swelled that bad. Oh, you could not pull it off of me. We had to cut everything off of me.
Karen.
Yeah. That's how bad it was for me. My body didn't know what to do. And the longest I'd ever run was about 8 miles. That was my longest amount. Okay. So 13 was really over the edge for it. And so, yeah, that made it bad.
Yeah.
But worth it.
Wow.
So I try to, people come up to me all the time, because my shirts always say Lupus Warrior Princess on the back of them, or on the front of them. Take your pick. And people are just like going, do you have lupus, or does somebody else have lupus? No, it's me.
Yeah.
This is me. This is me on Instagram. Yeah.
I am the one.
I am the one. There's another one. She joined up with me. We kind of follow each other, but she put a number 1 after her Lupus Warrior Princess name. So I'm the original. She's my counterpart, but she's such a sweetie. But yeah, so it's not easy with lupus, but I'm trying to prove that I'm a lot stronger than it. And now I've got another fight to go through. So, yeah.
Yeah.
I love doing half marathons. I love doing 5Ks. I love doing Run 317. I just love being out there.
Yeah.
It has become an addiction.
Mm-hmm.
And not just the medals.
Yeah. You're in good company. You're in good company.
Yeah.
So, okay. At what point did you find more community outside of yourself and, your mom supporting you? But when did you find the Carmel Run Club or like a coach? When did that kind of stuff?
I never had a coach.
Okay.
I never had a coach for anything. I found more of a community in Virginia Beach first.
Oh,
when I lived there.
Okay.
When we transferred to Virginia Beach, I met some great people. They didn't have run clubs, but like they have some of the best half marathons there.
I've run on that. What do they call it? The boardwalk? Is that the name?
Yeah, there's a boardwalk that you can run on. But like if you do any races, make sure they're by J&R Racing.
Okay.
They're like the people, the best people there. They have the best marathons and half marathons. The worst one there that I ever did was rock and roll. It was not set up right.
Wow. Yeah, there you go.
I was not happy with it. It was nearly 4 hours for me to finish that one. Ugh. It was really bad. So, but like that's when I started meeting people more. And like, oh yeah, come run with us, come work out with us and stuff like that. Had joined a gym that was more of a boot camp.
Okay.
So I've never done boot camp before, and they're always doing boot camp. I was getting stronger, and they helped me discover more strength and stuff like that. So they were very encouraging, very helpful. Mm. And then in 2019, when we transferred over here to Indiana, I discovered Carmel Run Club at a Run 317 event, actually. Okay. And I believe it was a 2019, when they did a Carmel one, because I was just looking up runs. Okay. Hey, are there any fun runs to do around here? What is there to do? And then Run 317 comes up, and I'm like, oh, look, they have a run here in Carmel. I can do that because I can find my way. And afterwards, I see run clubs, and I see the Carmel Run Club. I'm like, what's a run club? Wow. I never heard of such a thing until I was here. And then after 2020 is when I joined them. Okay. After the whole COVID thing. Yeah. I joined up with them, and they're so supportive. They are amazing. Our president, Gabby, she's such an inspiration.
I love Gabby.
She's always so helpful and everything like that. She's like, run it your way, walk it your way. It doesn't matter with Carmel Run Club, because their motto is run, walk, come be social. Mm-hmm. And that's all it is. And you'll find young runners, you'll find old runners, you'll find people like, nope, we're just going to walk. We're just going to take a nice walk. Yeah. And that's it. And nobody cares.
Yeah, just move. Just
everybody's out there to have a good time. Everybody, is there to support each other. You want a PR or something? Fine. But we get discounts to have a coach, Rachel. Yeah. And stuff like that. So I said, if I wasn't finishing doing all these races and stuff like that, then I probably would have hired Rachel at some point. But I didn't know there was such a thing as a running coach. I didn't know there was such a thing as a running club. None of that. And I'm just like going, well, I kind of like this. Yeah. Yeah. So, and I made my dog part of their Rovers Club too. Even though she's old and she doesn't really move too well anymore, I still joined her up. So.
Oh, I don't know what Rovers is.
Rovers, it's part of our run club because everybody likes to bring their dogs along.
That's so funny. That's so cute.
That money goes towards usually like the Humane Society.
Sure, that's great. So perfect. Well, and you have 5 dogs.
Yeah, we have 5 dogs.
So which dog? This is your oldest dog?
Yeah, the oldest dog is my dog, actually, Oreo.
Okay.
She's an American Bully mix, and people are been scared of her. I'm like, she's the sweetest dog in the whole wide world. No, she's not threatening. But we do have 5. The oldest is actually mine. We got her in Florida. We rescued her in Florida. We used to only have 3. Would be Oreo, Morgan, and Mandy. I totally forgot there for a minute, but And 4, Holly was my sister-in-law's, her husband's dog for a long time. Great. That dog scared me because it was a chow. I've always been scared of chows. And chihuahuas. I don't like chihuahuas.
Oh, yeah. They are a little scary. Spicy little things.
Yeah. They always hate me. Always trying to bite me.
I don't think they really like anybody.
I don't know. I don't like... Yeah. But when we moved here, it was only 3 dogs. Mandy passed. We had to let her go over the Rainbow Bridge, which was a very sad day. And then a month later, I think it was, maybe not even that, they go to the Humane Society, and all of a sudden we have another dog. Her name is Zelda, and she's a Catalua leopard dog. She's the state dog of Louisiana. Look them up. They're beautiful.
Interesting. I have no idea.
And yeah, we didn't either until we got her. She's very protective of us, though.
Oh.
So she's our protector. She's definitely a daddy's girl. She's Ron. Ron is my brother-in-law, basically. She follows him around. She always wants to be with him, which is great. But she also protects the rest of the family.
Yeah. Oh.
And then all of a sudden, we adopted Milo, who is a golden doodle.
Oh.
Sweet boy. The only boy in the pack. And we took him from another family because that family had kept him crated for 8 hours or more a day. And they couldn't take care of him.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah. So he's a good boy. He's really sweet. Oh. Never thought he'd have a life this good, I guess.
Right. Probably. Geez, that's awful.
Yeah. And then down the way, a couple of houses down the way, they foster puppies.
Oh, dear. Well, that's dangerous.
Yep. So that's when we got Zoe. And Zoe is part Great Dane, part Husky, and there's a few other things in
Lord.
her. So she's got the legs and everything of the Great Dane. She still thinks she's a lap dog.
Oh.
But she also has the voice of a husky.
Oh, dear.
She talks back.
Oh, yeah.
So 5 dogs. And we used to have 2 cats. I had to let my one cat, Tikva, cross the rainbow bridge. He was old. He was like 16 years old.
Wow, yeah.
And now we just have Blondie, which if you've ever seen Captain Marvel, and I'm telling people, you have to know Captain Marvel to know what a flurkin is.
Oh.
We swear she's a flurkin.
Okay.
She's adorable, but evil.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
But
why? If you guys just look up flurkin.
Flurkin.
What is a
That's
flurkin?
A funny name.
If you look up what is a flurkin on Google, it will pull up.
And you're like, that's...
And it's a cat, but it's an alien cat. And we swear she's part of it.
That's what she is. That's
yeah. She's separate from most of the dogs. I mean, Oreo's allowed around her, but the other dogs really, they're scared of her, actually.
Yeah, that's probably...
There's a couple of them that are really scared of
her.
Nope. Mm-mm. So Blondie's in her own little area.
Yeah.
But she's a good cat.
And so these are your babies, your fur babies.
These are my fur babies. These are the babies that, most of the time I will now get on the floor and snuggle with Oreo since she can't get up on the bed anymore, just to have my therapy.
Yeah.
These things heal me.
Yeah.
They make me feel a lot better after a hard day.
Yeah.
So even after a hard race or hard training and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Just getting hugs from them and stuff like that. So
yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to get one more dog. We have one dog, Doug. He's a golden doodle.
Yeah.
And he's 12. And so I'm finally starting to see his age is starting to show.
Yeah.
He's always been young for his age, very spry, but I'm starting to see it slowly.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I really want him to have a puppy. He'll probably hate it, but I would love for there to be some kind of transition for our family. It just seems like it'll be so hard.
I won't get another dog for a while after I have to let Oreo go. She has Cushing's disease now. So.
Oh, I don't even know. What's that?
It's some kind of disorder where, their muscle tissue starts breaking down.
Oh, how awful.
A lot more pain. She could have a stroke. It's different things. I never heard of a dog having Cushing's. I've heard of humans having it.
I've never heard of it at all.
I never knew that dogs could have it. So, it's your muscle tissue is actually breaking down and making it harder for you to move and stuff like that. So she's still getting up, but she only gets up to eat and go to the bathroom.
That's about it. Yeah, man. So perhaps describe a little bit more about what it is like to live with lupus. So that people, obviously you've talked about some of the swelling,
right,
the medicines you've had to be on. Like, do you have to do certain therapies or what does it look like for you?
For me, it's different for every person.
Okay.
Honest to God. If you talk to me and then you talk to somebody else with lupus, you'll see it's
different. Okay.
Different. So there's actually different things of lupus. I have what they call SLE lupus.
Okay.
And so not sure how it came on, honestly. Not sure why, but it's my organs basically and my immune system are battling. My immune system is overreacting. So it attacks everything. So it thinks that something is bad and it's not bad at all. So sometimes your white blood cells are fighting against your red blood cells and so forth. So it's taking away what you can normally do. So there's times that I'm swollen and I can't move. You get a lot of joint pain. You get a lot of us will get that butterfly rash that goes across our face. So from our cheek to cheek, over our nose, you'll see it. And you'll get a little bit of scarring. You'll get rashes for no apparent reason all over your body. You get lesions that can crack and bleed, which is what happens to me now with runs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's always happened. You could have numerous problems, and you can have kidney problems, and you need a kidney transplant. So like the one person that has shown how it happens is Selena Gomez, the singer and actress.
Has lupus.
She has lupus.
I think I did know that.
And she has been very open about it. You just don't really realize it. Like, so you've seen her weight fluctuate. It's because she's been on medication to help suppress it, to help her kidneys function better. And then she loses the weight because now she's had the kidney transplant and she's able to do more things, and people criticize her for that. And I'm like going,
jeez.
Okay, guys, you have no idea what's going on inside her body when she's battling. So we have extreme fatigue. So there's days that I don't want to get out of bed, and I have to, for work, I have to drag myself out of bed. There have been a lot more days this year that I've missed teaching because I've had to go to the doctors. I've had to get help right away. I mean, I drove to school one day and I was in so much pain. I thought something was getting ready to explode in me. And my principal saw me. I said, I gotta go to the hospital. I gotta get out of here. He's like, go. We've got you covered. He's like, he even said, I've never, in the 4 years that you've worked for this school, I've never seen you like this. I was like, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
Things are not working right. And so then I have to just go on, keep going. But yeah, it could be different for everybody. And for me, when I do longer runs, if I go more than 5 miles, that's when the swelling starts to show up more. I still do more than 5 miles. I feel great. I'm going to keep going. And then I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. But like, yeah, I have to do a lot of rest. I have to do, I have to listen to my body. I can feel when my body is rejecting something. So technically having this coffee with a lot of sugar is not a good idea usually. That's why I have the water, because you need the water. You need the electrolytes, everything. But you do have to listen to your body. You have to check things and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's just a roller coaster ride. And you don't know what to expect from day to day. Yeah. But a lot of my friends online that follow me and I follow them, we talk about things. I have a lot of friends waiting in line for a kidney transplant right now.
Oof.
And that makes it more hard and makes it heartbreaking to watch them go through this. And that they're like going, help us raise money because we can't afford this because insurance doesn't cover it all and stuff like that. So it makes it more difficult. We've lost friends due to complications from lupus. Okay. Like if I get a cold, it might change into pneumonia real fast. So I always tell my kids, if you're sick, stay home. I don't want you in this classroom. Yeah. I'm not the only one who's immune compromised. Right. Can you all not bring it? Yeah. So it's really difficult to convince parents, like, okay, you have to understand immune compromise here. Right. Don't bring it to school, because a cold brought to school can be turned into pneumonia, flu, something really worse, a respiratory disorder real fast with us. Yeah. So
that has to be really hard, because I know for parents it's like, oh, let's give you some Tylenol and send you
off your way.
Got to get some work done.
I get it. We understand that as teachers in schools. We understand parents have got to work. We do get that. But we also have to understand, you let a child bring something to school, then we have more people out than we can handle. Yeah. I mean, we've had days this year where we've had 19 teachers out because of illness. Sheesh. Yeah. So it's like going, please. We understand that you need to work. We totally get it. Yeah. Because we need to work too. But our work is with those kids.
With the kids, yeah. What drew you to special needs children, like teaching in that environment?
Honestly, I only wanted to be an elementary school teacher. Okay. And I only took special needs courses to boost my GPA. And then that was what I wound up in. So like my very first classroom was a multiple disabilities classroom in Ohio, and for some odd reason I fell in love with it in the middle school. The hardest years of a person's life, middle school. And I've tried elementary, even special needs elementary. I've tried gen ed elementary. I am drawn back to middle school, special needs, self-contained classrooms. Wow. Kids who need a lot of help.
You are just a saint.
I don't know what it is. I just don't know what it is. I just sometimes say, my faith, being Jewish, that's where it's called me to do all of my mitzvot, all of my goodness and stuff like that, to put in, to be a mensch, to do those things and stuff like that, to be there for those kids and stuff like that. So
wow, The world needs people like you to do that.
Yeah.
That is, I can't imagine how hard that work is.
I have about 4 or 5 more years,
Yeah.
and then I
Okay.
can retire.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just think of a normal person who isn't battling lupus on a daily basis going into that classroom. Then I think about somebody like you who, to your point, you're dragging yourself out of bed some days and then doing that hard work. And so I think people should draw a lot of inspiration from that. And will. Yeah.
I love my kids. I love my students.
Yeah.
I always will, no matter how bat crap crazy they drive me.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what their attitudes are, I still am like, they're like going, do you still love us, Miss Kay? I love you. That was never the issue. Loving you is never the issue. Your behavior is the issue.
Yes. Oh,
Your
gosh.
choices are the issue.
Oh, man. Yeah.
So I always tell them, it's like, I will always love you. I was like, going, but that's not the issue right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. But I need you to listen to me, please.
I need you to do the right thing.
Yes. 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 Oh, man. Amazing. Well, let's go back to your marathon, your first and only marathon. I want to hear more about that experience. Quick break in the show brought to you by Gooder. I've been wearing Gooder sunglasses for years, and if you're a runner, I'm sure you have too. I have an embarrassing number of pairs, and sometimes, somehow, there's not a pair in my car, and I get so mad. I wear them running, at the pool, on a boat, in everyday life. They are the only sunglasses I own. And the reason I keep coming back is pretty practical. They don't move, no slipping, no bounce mid-run, no adjusting every half mile. For running sunglasses, that is the whole game. Grippy frame, lightweight, comfortable fit, they just work. They're also polarized with UV 400 protection, so you're actually covered on the sun protection front, not just the style and price point front. Although the style is amazing, lots of colors, lots of frame options, something for everyone. Gooder started because running sunglasses were expensive and over-engineered and kind of ugly. They set out to make something affordable, stylish, and all performance, and that's still exactly what they are. If you have been sleeping on Gooder, if you do not own a pair, you have to go to gooder.com/AllieB. That is GOODR.com/ALLYB for $10 off of your first order. Thank you, Gooder, for supporting this podcast and making my favorite running sunglasses. Back to the show. Well, let's go back to your marathon, your first and only marathon. I want to hear more about that experience.
I did a lot of training for that.
And what do you, when you train too?
Yeah.
Like, do you wear like, compression everything?
Yeah.
How does that work?
I have to wear full legging compressions.
Yeah,
I can't do the shorts.
Okay.
I tried running in just the shorts, even just a 5K in them.
Yeah.
But like from my knees down.
So always leggings.
Always leggings, always full compressions.
Okay.
Now, I know you like the chicken legs.
Yeah, I do. Well, I can't really run in them much either, but I love to look at them.
I can't run in them, but I can put them on over my compression.
Yes, you can. There you go.
And I do have a few pairs of them.
Do you have do they have flying pig ones?
No, I was so depressed when I was at the expo.
Surely there's some on the internet.
There's got to be some.
Yeah.
There's got to be pigs with wings somewhere.
Yes, absolutely.
I was kind of depressed. I was like, dang it, I was kind of hoping to
Really
find
wanted
some
those,
to wear them during the race.
Yeah, yeah.
But like, it always has to be full compression leggings. Mm-hmm. I've gone through different types of shoes. It just depends on how my feet and everything. Because I forgot to tell you, ice hockey, I broke my ankle.
Oh, shoot. Well, gosh.
I broke my ankle playing ice hockey, got cross-checked by the University of Michigan, and then my skate went into a cut in the ice and caught it, and my body went one way, and that went snap. Yeah, I heard the snap. Everybody's like, no, that was your stick. No, that was not.
Oh, my
That
Lord.
snap was, they may have heard the stick hit the ice. I didn't hear the stick. I heard my ankle snap.
That's insane.
And so I have a plate and 6 screws holding that together.
Great.
So I've gone through different shoes and stuff like that. And thank
Okay.
goodness for all these shoe companies and all these shoe stores that have special fitting stuff.
Yeah.
So like started with Asics, moved from Asics to Hoka's. I will never wear New Balances. They hurt.
Yeah.
The arch part hurts too much. Stayed with Hoka's for quite some time, actually. And just recently, I switched to Brooks.
Okay.
And I know I'm wearing my Hoka's today. These are my old running shoes. So I wear my old running shoes as my work shoes.
Yeah.
But my Brooks seem to be doing the job of not rubbing and causing blisters and stuff like that a lot.
Yeah.
So I have to have the right shoes, the right socks. They have to be wool so that the blistering does not really happen too easily.
Okay.
And
do you do the toe socks?
No.
Okay.
No, because that causes more rubbing in between, and I can't do that.
Yeah.
And then my shirt is usually a custom-made shirt, wicking.
Which I love. Yeah.
Which usually, when I did princess runs, it would say Lupus Warrior Princess on the front with some special design.
I mean, how perfect is that too for the princess?
And then
is that where that came from when you started that?
I think
account?
It was actually.
Okay, that would make sense.
I changed myself to be the Lupus Warrior Princess when I started doing the princesses.
Disney, yeah.
I was like, oh, well, this makes sense.
I'm a princess. Heck yeah.
And so then on the back, each one of them that I had on the back would say something of the effects of like whatever princess was the princess for that year.
Okay.
So like when it was Snow White, and I think Snow White was my very last one, it's just like going, still the fairest in the land, even with Lupus and
that's good. So love it.
So you kind of make up these kind of stupid little sayings on the back of your shirt. So I went with that, and that's how that came. I think that is how that came about, is because I am a princess. We're all princesses.
Yeah.
Even but it's just like for every single one, I would come up with another thing. I'd order it online, saying this is what I want. Make it up and have it done, and then. More recently, my friend Rachel, who's with the Run Club, whom I adore, she's an amazing girl. She made me a shirt for last year's Monumental Half Marathon. And, I mean, she put Lupus Warrior Princess on the back, but on the front she put 13.1 with, like, shoe marks, tennis shoe treads. Cute. But then she put on the bottom of the sleeve, she made it long sleeve because it's cold.
Yeah.
I'm not freezing to death here. And on the sleeve, because it was the 6th anniversary of my dad's passing, she put Dad with wings and his year of birth and year of death on there for me. So, and that was really touching for me.
And so when you did the full, when you were here in Indy.
Yeah, I was here in Indy.
So and you live in Carmel. Did you train mostly on the Monon?
Yeah, I was on the Monon.
Yeah.
I did the Monon as much as I could. I was following Jeff
Galloway. Yep.
Galloway's training thing.
Mm-hmm.
God rest his soul.
Yeah.
I was so sad when I heard he passed.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was just using his run walk thing and everything, and I'd be getting up really early in the morning to do the long runs. Run from my house to the Monon, which is about 2 miles there, and then get on the Monon, run far down the Monon, run back up the Monon, run back to the house, doing the run walk method and stuff like that. I think the farthest I ever went was maybe 14, 15 miles.
Before your marathon?
Before my marathon. And everybody's like, oh no, you're supposed to do like 18 to 20. And I'm like going,
well,
I'm getting a little scared to be going out on the Monon that early in the morning anymore, because I did run into a few shady people.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, so I don't really like to run on the Monon when it's dark.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Plus the drivers.
Well, that too. Yeah, in the morning you don't know what you're going to get with people paying attention. Yeah, totally.
So made my way down to Florida. Me and my husband drove.
Okay.
We've always driven as a family. When we moved to Virginia and Indiana, we've always done more driving to Florida, because then we could stop at Buc-ee's.
Yeah, true that. Is it easier on your body to drive versus fly?
No, actually it's not. Okay. But I did most of the driving anyway.
Yeah, wow.
Get down there, we drive overnight. This time there was a snowstorm going through Tennessee, which is really weird, because normally you don't have a snowstorm in Tennessee.
Right.
But once we made it past Tennessee and got into Georgia, we're like, okay, clear roads finally.
Yeah, that's an adventure.
Yeah. So we get down there and everything like that. So because it's great to have a car. That way we can go to Publix.
Oh, yeah.
Get all my stuff.
Good old Publix.
And then go to the hotel and get checked in and everything. And then usually head out to the parks or whatever.
Yeah.
And just have a little bit of fun. Get ready and stuff like that. And a couple days later, out there running. But I was doing great actually up until about mile 18, I think it was, is when I really felt it. And here's another thing. It's really hard to pull up compression pants when you got to go to the bathroom bad enough.
Oh, no. It's hard enough for anybody else.
Yeah, and then I'm swollen, and I'm like, oh God, here goes my time and everything. I'm catching up with the people I was running with, because I was running with one of the pacers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, forget that. I'm just going to try. So by mile 18, I was just like, oh my gosh, somebody help me. Hashem, I'm looking up at you. Please help me get through this. I'm like, what did I do? What did I just get myself into? I'm going to be picked up. The balloon ladies are going to catch up with me. And then what's behind the balloon ladies is all the people on the bikes telling you to get on the bus.
Oh, man. Yeah, I can't.
I got to earn my ears.
Yeah.
And so this guy who was, how you were with Ainsley's Angels.
Yeah.
This guy was pushing a person who was basically wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
And the wheel kept like breaking.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And he's just like, well, we just have to make it to mile 23. We have to make it to mile 23. You stay with me. We're going to make it to mile 23, because once we enter into Hollywood Studios, they can't pick us up more.
Okay.
I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. He's like, let's just get in there. So here we are at mile 18. I'm like, okay, going through the parking lot of Blizzard Beach and stuff like that and coming through. I'm like, okay, I can see the park. Okay, we're making it. once we entered Hollywood Studios, we were like, looked at each other like going, happiness and everything. And they were passing out chocolate.
Oh.
I was like, yep, chocolate.
happy.
Like, can I have more than one?
Yeah.
They were passing out good chocolate too.
Like chocolate bars? Like candy bars?
Like they were like not a little bit bigger than the mini Hershey's that you get.
Oh, nice.
I'm like going, can I just have a couple, please?
Yeah.
Because, chocolate helps release the lactose that's building up in your system.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, I'm eating a couple of those, shoving those in my mouth. Like, and then like every mile they have water and Gatorade or Powerade, whichever one they use. I don't know. But like we got into Hollywood Studios. We finally got that wheel to stay on.
That's got to be so hard. We have talked about that with my team. Like, we're like, we don't know. We got our wheel fixed before we started the race this time.
I had no idea how you guys push somebody.
It's not as hard. It's not as hard as it seems. I know it seems very hard.
I watch people with strollers, and I'm struggling to watch you guys with strollers. I'm like going, okay, my arms hurt just watching you guys. That's all I have to say. That's all I feel like. My arms hurt watching you guys because I can't lean on something like that.
Yeah.
Because that just makes me feel like I'm going to hurt my shoulders and arms and stuff like that. So kudos to all you guys that push for Angels. I really commend you on it. And I love that. And so we finished, we got through Hollywood Studios. And when you exit Hollywood Studios, you're actually exiting where the entrance is.
Okay.
And of course, all the parks are full with people that are wanting to ride the rides and go do all this other stuff. They're getting really mad at us because we're blocking the way. Ugh. So they have to wait until so many people come through and there's a big opening and then they let them cross over and stuff like that. So we're going down the boardwalk then where all that high-end stuff is between Epcot and Hollywood Studios. Okay. And I run into a woman who actually was doing the Dopey Challenge. Never. Yeah. And she had twisted her ankle somewhere on the course and she's limping.
Oh, no.
And she has to make it in by a certain time to get the Dopey medal.
Oh, shoot. And this is the last one. For anybody who doesn't know what Dopey is, 5K, 10K,
half
marathon.
Full.
Yeah.
And you do that all in 4 days.
Yeah, crazy.
Nope. I'm not ever going to do that. But like, so I'm trying to encourage her to keep going and everything. She realizes I have lupus and I'm still going. We get into the World Showcase. When we entered in, there's my husband. For the first time, my husband's on a course to see me, but he doesn't have a beer in his hand. I'm like, where's my beer? We're entering where England is. Where's my beer?
I have run this many miles.
I need a beer.
Yeah.
And everything. So, but like, by the time we make it to the other side of the World Showcase, she's like, oh, she looked at her watch. She's like, oh my gosh. I was like, what? She's like, and that's when she told me she had to make it in by a certain time to get that medal. I was just like I said, push it hard, try as hard as you can. Yeah. I said, then once you cross that finish line, get into the medical units.
Yeah, right.
Right there.
Yeah.
But like going through the parks I'd cried every time we entered into Magic Kingdom and you turn down Main Street USA and you see that castle. Oof. And I'm crying. Yeah. And you get to run through the castle because there's a walkway right through the castle. Cool. So we run through the castle. That's, one of my pictures. I'm like, hey, see me coming out of the castle. But to me, it's a big moment for me. I'm crying. It's because it's around mile 6 to 7. And then you're going back out and through the back areas and stuff like that. And you get to see all the characters. No, I do not stop for character pictures. The lines are always too long and I don't care to be picked up.
Yeah, yeah.
Just because I wanted to stop. I
right.
said, nope, I'll get my pictures when I go to the park.
Yeah.
But you have so many people supporting, yelling and screaming. They don't care who you are. And they're being so uplifting and everything. And even if they're not there to see you, they're still holding up signs that saying you're doing magically well, all this stuff, all these cute things. And then when you leave Magic Kingdom, that's the longest road back out. Yeah. Hottest and longest part is out on World Drive. I'm hoping they kept the thing the same going through all 4 parks because then we go through Animal Kingdom.
Oh.
And you get to go through the back part of Animal Kingdom where all these animals are.
That's cool.
And you never get to see this. So all of a sudden a zebra pops up. Hey, what's going on?
And you're like, okay, this is good.
And then a giraffe goes, hey,
distract me.
Oh, I see you. Okay, how you doing?
Yeah, that's really neat.
So you get to see some of the animals and stuff like that, where they get taken care of and stuff like that. And then you come out and you're back out on a road and have to go through a parking lot to hit them, then into Hollywood Studios, through part of Hollywood Studios. Hollywood Studios is not that big, but you get to go through past the Tower of Terror. Oh. One of my favorites. And everything. And then back out, but down their Main Street and out, and then World Showcase of Epcot. I'm just like, when somebody needs to hand me a beer from Germany, something here, people, help me out. Back out, and then you're back out on right outside Epcot in their parking lots is where the finish line is.
Wow.
And so, but it's a lot of fun, and I've gotten recognized by the announcers because they've had the same announcers for years.
Right, Carissa Galloway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've had the same announcements for years. And if I turned, because my front of my shirt would say Lupus Warrior, she's like, hey, she's here again. There's Lupus Warrior Princess. And then once I crossed that finish line, I was like, oh my gosh, I did this and everything. I didn't go for medical.
I was going to ask you if that's typically something that happens after every race, just because
no, and I was surprised I didn't go for medical after
your marathon.
After a full marathon. 26.2 miles, you'd think I would.
Right.
But I'm like going, I had a one-track mind.
Beer.
No, actually not. My one-track mind was, get that medal, go get your ears, because you get Mickey ears. You get like the old cap style ones with the ears and stuff. And it says marathon finisher on it.
Oh, okay.
And if you get picked up, you don't get the ears. You'll get the medal because you paid for it, but you don't get the ears. And I earned those ears. I want my ears.
Okay, yes.
And I went and got my ears, and then they gave me my bag to put it all in, and then you start grabbing Powerade and water, and then they have a really nice snack box and everything. And then I hobble my way to, my husband calls me. He's like, where are you at? I said, I'm getting on the bus to go back to the resort. He's like, oh, I thought you'd come into the park. I said, are you nuts? I said, it was a mile to get out to the start line.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I said and I just did 26.2. I said, and it's now like a half mile to get to the bus. No.
Yeah. I will see you. You get back. I'll see you later.
Yeah. I was just like going, you go to the park and everything.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the hotel.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the resort now.
Yeah.
And bad part about the resort is that they drop you off in the front, and that the New Orleans ones, the French Quarter New Orleans ones, you have the front part, but all the rooms are basically
all the way in the back.
All the way in the back and far away.
Yeah.
And so here I am getting off the bus backwards. This is something I've learned, that if you have to get on a bus to go back to a hotel or whatever you're staying at, and you're on a bus, anything with stairs, backwards. Yeah. Get off of it going backwards.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Because you're using a whole other set of muscles, and that's what I did. Everybody's staring at me. I was like, no, go off backwards. You'll get off easier.
Better. Yeah.
Just let me know that, I'm doing okay.
Yeah.
That I'm not going to fall.
Step on somebody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fall.
So, and then it's hobble back to the room, and then elevator up to the...
to go to bed. So what made you be like, this is the only marathon I'm doing? When did you decide that?
I always said to myself, I'm never doing a full marathon. I'm never going to do a full marathon. And then I think it was because of COVID and the lupus and being so scared of everything and watching friends do the Disney full and looking at RunDisney stuff. I'm like going, I have to do at least one full marathon. And if it's going to be any full marathon, it's going to be Disney's, because I know I'll have fun. I know that there'll be so much support and stuff like that. I'm not taking a shot at something that's not going to be worth it. And I was just like going, I still can't believe I did it. I have to look at my medal on my ears. I'm like going, I did that. I did that. And I mean, and then after that, it was a great experience, but I told myself, because literally I did go back to the hotel room, took an ice bath. I had them bring up much ice for me, threw it into the bathtub.
Smart.
Try to get some of the swelling down and stuff like that. I mean, I was able to get undressed. Don't get me wrong there. But it was just like going, I need to cool down. I need to get cleaned up. Ice bath myself, took a hot shower, and ate. Normally, I don't like to eat too much after I run because I just feel sick to my stomach. Yeah. And I laid down and I went to sleep and stuff like that. My husband comes back to the room. He says, hey, it's almost dinner time. You ready to go to Epcot? And I thought I was. Oh. I thought I was. I said, yeah, I'm ready for my margarita and beer. Yeah. I'm ready, ready to have a good time and everything. And ready to, and I was doing all right. I mean, he's like, do you want me to get you a wheelchair or anything? I was like, if I get anything, I'm going to get one of those scooters so I can drive people over.
There you go. Get out of my way.
So, but I always had a special outfit on so I can get my picture taken with characters, with my medal, with my ears. Yeah. And it was like, I had the margarita, I had tacos. When we went up to Germany, I had a beer and a pretzel. And I'm like, we're going through. We go to Japan. I get some sushi and this and that. Just enjoying my time and some sake and everything. So here I am like going, uh-oh. And I started to crash fast.
Ooh, yeah.
And my husband's like going, I reserved us through the Disney app a spot for the fireworks display here at Epcot. And he's like, let's go sit down. Let's just go sit down over there and see, as I go. And we're passing by the American part of the World Showcase. I said, can we stop and get something else to eat? But the hunger is starting to hit.
Yes.
I just got something to eat and got one of those hard ciders to go with it.
Yeah.
And so then we go and we sit down in the area that was reserved and everything, because that's where he got our spots. And I sit down and I put my head on his shoulder and passed out. And he's like, oh crap. I could tell you. He's like, we got to go back to the room, I think. I said, yeah, we have to go back to the room because I can't stay awake for fireworks. I mean, they're going to start going off and I'm still not going to be awake for it.
Wow.
I said, I'm so sorry. He's like, well, the bus was faster than anything. So we got on one of the Disney buses and everything. And I basically was falling asleep on the bus too.
Gosh, I mean,
it was hard.
That's a lot.
So, and that also told me can't do a full marathon without having to sleep forever.
Right. Yeah.
So, so we didn't start, I think, we took Monday off from work that day too. And we drove back Tuesday.
Okay.
So
man,
we took a full kind of, let's take this full time here because else I'm not going to be able to drive.
Right. So impressive. It's amazing for people to run a full marathon. Mm-hmm. But then I think about you accomplishing what you did with what you've had to overcome to do that. Yeah.
But I watch a lot of people overcome things.
It's true, but it's
heartache. I'm watching Alex, our Catch Up to Cancer guy.
Shout
I'm
out
such
to
a fan of his now.
Yeah, he's wonderful.
And I track him on whatever app,
wherever he is in the world.
Yeah, wherever he is in the world, I watch him. I'm like, I'm tracking you.
Yeah.
And his, I watch him slow down. I watch him speed up and everything. I'm going, yep, I know this one. But I'm always in such awe of people who do so much good in this world. I mean, you guys with Angels, doing so much good, running these marathons for others and making it a point to say, hey, these people deserve something too and everything. But I've had people come up to me, see that I have lupus, and they're like going, you're doing great, or, my mom has this, or I see people wearing shirts with special bibs on them. One said F cancer this past weekend. Yeah. Like her dad had cancer and it said F cancer.
Yes.
So you knew what she was running for. Mm-hmm. And all these people that just, even if they don't have a disability or they have a disease of some sort.
Yeah.
It amazes me, the strength I see from people who never have done a marathon before and they choose to do like Disney or they choose to do like the Flying Pig Marathon. I don't know why, but hey. I mean, I know why I chose to do it, but it's just like when I watch people of all ages, of all sizes. Mm-hmm. I get shamed a lot. Just people look at me and like going, but you're so big. And I said, you just can call me fat. It's fine. I'm extra fluffy. I know. How do you do it? I'm like going, I said, I do have a lot of muscle, but yes, I have a stomach and everything. I said, what does it matter? I can do these things. If I'm doing it, you can do it.
Right.
And I see people of all sizes, of all ages, accomplishing things that people are still sitting on their couch. Yeah. And I'm like going, get off the couch.
Yeah, they're the ones sitting on their couch, trolling people on the internet while you're out,
Yeah, while we're out doing this. Nobody wants to hear about your runs. Well, I'm sorry, then don't follow me.
Right, then keep scrolling. Yeah. There's plenty other things
I get plenty of hate online.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you do. Yeah, it's hard.
I don't want to say I've gotten used to it, but that's why my profiles are private now.
Yeah.
I can't handle the hate on some things. I'm doing my best.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely, nobody deserves that. Yeah. At all. Yeah. So why did you choose Flying Pig? I don't know if you said.
No, I didn't say, after, Flying Pig is my 28th half marathon. 28th one since 2014. And I chose the Flying Pig because my mom did it. Okay. Me and my sister are not sure what year she did it. We know it was in the 2000s, we believe, but we don't remember what year she did it. And my mom, an amazing woman, amazing inspiration. And I apologize to her profusely because of how I was as a child, but she did it. And I'm just like going, the doctors are telling me now, you have to slow down. You can't do such long distances anymore. The farthest we want you to go is 10K. You need to wrap this up. You need to stop this, which breaks my heart because There were so many more races I wanted to do. I wanted to go back to Israel one day and do Tel Aviv and do Jerusalem, because they have some beautiful, beautiful half marathons and marathons. And then like New York, I wanted to make it to New York's half marathon one day.
Yeah.
You know, but I can't.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, Karen, you have to stop now. So I said, okay, well, then I've got to make my final 3 count. And so my final 3, I said, Flying Pig. I said, Mom did it. I'm going to do it. Those hills are killers, but I do recommend it. It's so much fun.
I've heard it's wonderful. The crowd support.
Oh, yeah. The crowd support was just amazing. Somebody had a real pig on the course.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to pet a pig.
Excellent.
I was like at mile 6, 7, somewhere in that area. I don't remember, but I got a picture of him.
Yeah. Aww.
So cute. They put wings on it too.
Oh,
they put those fairy wing.
That's adorable.
Things
I picture it.
Yeah. Such a cute pig. And then like Elvis is singing to you up near Eden Park, Walnut Hills area. All these people, all these groups who take station miles and are cheering for you are holding up really special signs. And then all these people who come out to cheer their friends and their family and everything, but at the same time are holding, some of them are holding the same signs. It cracks me up. I mean, they, you know, the same one of, you're running better than the government.
Right.
Yes, we know.
Yeah, we've had that one for a few years.
Yeah. And then your pain is temporary, but your Strava is forever.
Yeah.
I said, well, I have to say my Garmin is forever.
Yeah.
Changing to a Amazfit as soon as I can afford it.
Oh, yeah.
Got the ring, got to get the watch.
Yeah.
But different things like that. You get, I don't know who you are, but I'm rooting for you.
Yeah.
And people with funny signs, you bacon me proud instead of you.
Oh, yeah.
That's like, so got to stick on the pig theme and stuff like that.
I like the pain is French for bread.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite signs I see.
Yeah. Somebody had one of something like that up and everything. A lot of people had hurry up and finish. You can drink sooner.
Right. Yeah.
The beer was, I was like, wait. I was like, yeah, we know.
Yes,
Believe me, we know. The bling and the beer is the biggest things.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I mean, Flying Pig, I didn't think it was going to be like it was, but it was just amazing. Everybody on that course, you were never alone on that course. People were coming up to me, giving a pat on the back. People, you know, when I did Monumental last year, World Vision Group prayed on me to help me get through it, because, you know, I was talking to them about my dad, and that was my why that time.
Yeah.
Speaking of Abby.
Yeah.
Abby inspires me to keep going too.
Yes.
And then, but now I'm like, okay, my why this time is because of my sister Beth. She has type 1 diabetes. She is a very strong woman, very caring woman. She's always tried to take care of all of us. Surprisingly, she's not a teacher herself. But my why for this one was because of my sister. You know, and it's Lupus Awareness Month, so anybody with lupus, you're part of it too. And it's American Jewish Heritage Month.
Well, look at that.
So doing it all
Yeah.
for my Jewish brothers and sisters too, and
Yeah.
all my Israeli Jewish brothers and sisters.
Wow. That's so special.
So it's nice that all 3 things kind of fell into one thing.
Right.
So.
Meant to be, for
Always.
sure. I don't believe that's an accident.
So right now I'm debating whether to do Carmel again.
Oh boy. Yeah. Right. You're like, well,
I'm
it's
like
in
thinking,
May now.
how at the end of May? What's the weather like again?
Yeah.
Oh wait, it might be a little too hot.
Yeah. Well, I hope
So.
not. I hope not. I hope they deserve a good weather day.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I'm keeping my fingers crossed on that one.
Absolutely.
If I don't run it, I'll be out there cheering with the run club.
I will be out there cheering for sure, because I will not be running, because I have the full mow the day before now. So.
Oh, that's right. It is the day before.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So, but I'll be out there, even if it's in a chair laying down.
I have to give props to everybody that does the full moon on. Holy,
Yeah, we'll see.
that's an ultra right there.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I'll be out with the run club
yeah.
that day probably. And we'll
Excellent.
probably do a
Yes.
quick run. So we'll see you guys out there.
Good. Please. Please. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you the end of the podcast questions now,
Okay.
because I want to talk about your final 2 finish lines.
Okay.
Okay. But the first question is, what is your favorite running mantra and or song?
A lot of times I tell myself at the beginning of the races, including Flying Pig, because I got so anxious because I was in the front of the start of my corral. I was like, oh my God. And I was just like, and I kind of turned around, oh my God, I'm starting. So it's really hard. And I have to remind myself, you've done this so many times before and you're going to do it again. You're just going to finish.
Yeah.
So when I'm out there, if I start doubting myself, I kind of take from Finding Nemo. just keep swimming.
Yep. I like that. I really
change
like
swimming
that.
to
Keep
just
running.
keep running.
Yep.
Just
Very
keep
much.
running. 1 foot at a time. You're doing just fine.
Yes.
All that kind of thing. I just keep telling myself things with music on. I mean, it really does depend. I really don't have a specific song.
Mm-hmm.
My sister was cracking up because of the DJ and the songs that they were playing. You could hear it. And everything. She's like, can he just pick a type? I said, no, those are running music.
Right. It's
so
just
I could
all
go
over.
from AC/DC to like Imagine Dragons to something all these inspirational kind of things.
Yes.
It's like going. So it's just like going. It really depends on what I'm feeling. It really depends. But it's like going, who's going to inspire me to keep going, and what am I going to be listening to? A lot of times when I'm on the road and out there, a lot of times, I mean, I don't have it up loud, but I have usually like some kind of good beat to it. It's usually like some kind of, I have like a gym motivator mix on my thing that
that sounds
has
good.
a good beat,
right?
constant beat
half
that I
the
can
battle.
keep
You just
going
need the...
and stuff like that. And then this last time I used the Rally app. Thank you so much for that inspiration.
Yeah.
I highly recommend anybody who's going to run a marathon, half marathon, I don't care what it is, get into that Rally app, download that, ask your friends and family to do it, because like the very first message, the very first mile was my great niece Evelyn.
Oh.
And she started to make me cry.
Yeah, that's the thing, is they make you cry.
They'll make you cry, they'll make you laugh.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
and
that
she,
too.
She recorded the very first mile one, and then my other nieces. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, and we're a high military family. But like they're saying, like my adult nieces and nephews saying some funny things to me, and everything, cheering me from afar. Family saying, "You've got this. You know you can do this. You've done it before. Just keep going." And that's what matters to me, and that's why I keep telling people, I'm going, if you think you're going to struggle in doing a marathon or half marathon, download the Rally app.
Yeah,
and then ask
so nice.
people to record, because it really inspired me to keep going.
Yeah.
People reciting from the Torah.
That's cool.
And the Tanakh and everything. I'm like going, okay, and from the Bible. I'm like, okay. It's just, but it helps.
Yeah.
Hearing that. So, but I always tell people that, but I don't really have a particular song. But I do like Keith, just listen to it, and sometimes I'll find some inspiration somewhere. So
yeah. And then, next finish line or milestone.
It is the Indy Marathon at Fort Bend, and my why for that one is for all the veterans, all the ones that are still deployed. We are a military family, high military family. Boy, my brother-in-law still has his son-in-law is still in the Army. Great guy. But like almost everybody who is an adult in our family has served.
Wow.
And at least in my in-law side.
Yeah.
I mean, my dad did serve in the U.S. Army when he came over after World War II. And,
wow.
He survived the Holocaust, so we were just like, okay.
Holy crap.
Yeah. We have rich family history going.
Yeah. Wow.
But so since we're high military and it's at Fort Bend, and I'm just like, it's still an Army base, I'm like going, this one is for all the vets.
Yeah.
My why is because some of them have given up everything.
Mm-hmm.
And some gave all, some gave some. My husband does not like to be thanked for his service because he's lost some brothers and sisters on it. And I'm just like, okay. But I thank everybody who has served. Actually was surrounded by a couple of guys. One was carrying the U.S. flag, and it's very inspiring to see that.
Yes.
And one was carrying a flag that said, "Thank you, veterans," and he was running for the veterans and that for the Flying Pig. So that's my why on that one. But Fort Bend is next, beginning of October.
Mm-hmm.
And then 2 weeks later, back to Columbus, Ohio, finish it out, and hopefully my mom can get downtown. My sister can get her down there. One of my sisters can get her down there.
Get her there, that
get
finish line.
Get her to that finish line, help, and that she can put my final finisher medal on me.
Yeah.
And that will be my last half marathon finish line. Not my last race ever, because I'll still be doing Run 317s.
Yes. Tell people what that is. We didn't mention that earlier.
Oh, yeah. Run 317 is, we call it a run and a party, actually.
Yeah.
But they have 5, it's a 5-run series where you run different areas of Indianapolis, different neighborhoods, and like it always starts at Fountain Square, and it's usually the hottest one. I was like, geez, it's hot again. But like in the summertime, and like one Thursday a month, sometimes 2 Thursdays a month to get it done. We go out We have the race. We run 3.17 miles since our area code is 317.
Yep.
And we run that. And then there's a huge party afterwards. And like they raise money for charities. Actually, Catch Up to Cancer is Carmel's charity. So we're like, okay, I donate to that one. But like there's different charities that will sponsor a race and you can donate to them. But like just a huge party afterwards. A lot of fun, a lot of food you can get. And different areas give you different types of food. You can try things. You can just hang out and have fun with your friends. They always have DJs going.
Yes.
And then that's where I met up with Sweat House one day.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Sweat House.
Yes.
People.
Thank you, Jeanette.
If you have not gone to a Sweat House, there's one in Carmel and Broderpool.
Yep. Carmel.
Almost Bottle Works.
Yep. They're very close to finishing up Bottle Works. But yeah. I highly recommend it. That's my other part of my recovery is usually a Sweat House visit.
Yeah, it's contrast therapy too, by the way.
Contrast therapy, thermal spa. I do it with the red lights on and not any other color usually.
Yeah.
And then cold plunge. Everybody's like, oh, you only have to cold plunge for a couple minutes. Yeah, I do it for 20. I'm laying back in that thing.
People could see my face.
Yeah. Everybody makes that face like 20 minutes. You know how long it took me a long time to build up to that.
Well, yeah.
It took me a long time.
Gosh. I mean, I did 3 minutes last time, I think. Maybe 4. And I like built on another minute. And I was like, yes.
It's all in your breath.
Yeah.
Deep breaths. I just go, come on.
I get in and I'm like,
yeah, but you have to get that deep breath in as you're putting the foot in.
Oh my gosh.
And everything's like, okay. And then I sit down and I start to lean back. I'm still doing deep breaths and everything. I'm like praying my butt off to make it through.
Yeah.
But like after about 10 minutes, I'm not shivering anymore. My body has become
used to it.
Used to
That's
it.
great. Wow.
But yeah, people are like, well, you did that for 20 minutes. I said, yeah, well, I was in the thermal spa, the sauna part for 30.
Yeah, right.
So I'm hot.
Yeah,
so
gotta cool down.
This is how I do it.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
Yeah, so it really has helped me with my lupus, with a lot of things. But now we never touched on it. That now I'm going into the doctors for multiple sclerosis testing. I did see my neurologist. And so now I'm on other medications for that. I finally got off lupus medications thanks to my chiropractor.
Okay.
And getting those adjustments weekly has helped a lot too.
Interesting. Okay.
My body has finally like settled down, and then all of this start coming on of not being balanced, these bad dizzy spells, and again me having to basically yell at doctors saying there's something wrong.
Yeah.
I'm falling up the stairs, falling down the stairs. I think I'm lifting my leg, and I'm not, and then that's when I fall.
Yeah.
And so the world will go on a tilt vision-wise, so I'll feel off balance. I'll get dizzy. I get lightheaded. I get nasty headaches. And that was what I was scared of. In my purse, I have my migraine medication because he put me on different migraine medication. He's like, I want you on this just in case.
Yeah.
Different things, numbing. I have tremors now. Yesterday, my tremors were really bad. They weren't so bad after the race, which was kind of shocking. And it's probably because I drank so much Gatorade on that course.
Yeah.
And everything. I try to stay as hydrated as possible.
Yeah.
But like my hands will do really bad shakes. My legs will go side to side instead of up and down.
Jeez.
Yeah. So I'll have really bad tremors. And so now I have to go get an MRI, maybe a CAT scan. They got to check my brain.
Yeah.
And then they're probably going to go from there, and they're going to, it's not a spinal tap per se, but they are going to take some spinal fluid.
Test that.
Test that. Along with other blood tests to test for other things and stuff. So now it's the next layer and stuff like that. Is it really lupus, or is it now the next thing? Because if you have one autoimmune disorder, there's a chance you have multiple autoimmune disorders.
Jeez.
So you can have lupus, you can have rheumatoid arthritis along with MS and everything else. You can have I know people with 4 that have been diagnosed with 4 different ones. Because you really can't tell the difference on some of them.
Yeah.
But everything else, they're going, well, I was just finally screamed loud enough at the doctor saying there is something wrong again.
Yeah.
So, so going into that, it just makes it more difficult. So I have to watch what I do. I did get lightheaded during the flying pig. The world did kind of start going on its side. So I had to slow down. So if I look at my times, I know exactly where it happened.
Yeah.
My watch tells me things. The ring from Amazfit, I'm loving this ring.
I love mine too.
I'm going, this thing, I think it's actually saving my life.
Jeez, well, there you go. That's a testament.
It's actually, it gives me such insight, more insight than my Garmin does.
Yeah.
That I'm just oh, thank you. So I was like going, and it costs so much less than any others.
Yeah.
I was just like going, so when it went on sale, I was like, yep, bye.
Yes, please. I know you're the one that told me it was even more on sale than I thought it was.
Yeah.
It's like, sign me
so,
up.
You know, I was worried about wearing a ring while racing because I swell.
Yes.
But I didn't
point.
notice it.
Okay, that's
honestly,
good.
I didn't notice it at all.
Thank goodness, because my coach Rachel actually got an Aura ring stuck on her finger. She had to go to the fire station and get it cut off, which is terrifying.
I'm always scared that something's going to get stuck. But like my watch, the band of the watch is what bothers me most. When I'm running and stuff like that. But getting to track through my ring, my sleep, my oxygen levels, you know, my moods more. It's catching it more. Because all of a sudden an alert will come over my phone saying, we're noticing that it seems like a stressful moment right now. What's going on?
You're like, I'm in the middle of a half marathon.
Yeah. But it didn't really do that during a half marathon. But it's just like, it knows, like, they're like going like, your heart rate is a little too high when you're supposed to be resting, when you're supposed to be asleep.
Yeah.
I'm like, I wonder if that's the new medication.
Right. Yeah, that's helpful to know.
Yeah. So different things that it tells me. So trying to catch things as quickly as I can. Yeah. Hence the fact I want to switch to the Amaze Fit watches and have that coincide with the ring and everything to be able to give my doctors more.
Right. Have everything in one place. Give it. Yeah. Be able to show that.
So, I mean, I have to keep a log of everything.
Jeez. Yeah. That's a lot.
I mean, my regular doctors were just like, oh, check your blood sugar level. Oh, the dizzy spells maybe mean you don't have enough food or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. And nope, blood sugar was fine. Never shot way up high. Never dropped too low. Blood pressure is fine. I said, see, something's going on.
Man. Well, I'll be thinking about you during this time as you're trying to figure that out. That's a lot.
And trying to finish up the school year.
In May. It's like May. Yeah, and
May
all
is
the
a stressful month for us teachers. That's why they put Teacher Appreciation Week at the
Happy Teacher Appreciation Week. This will come out maybe a couple weeks after, but just every teacher know that appreciate you so much.
We try very hard.
Yeah, you do. Well, thank you, Karen, for doing this.
Thank you for letting me come out.
Oh, my gosh. Absolutely. It's such a pleasure.
It's always nice to talk to you. Oh. And I hope I get to come out running on Friday mornings again.
I hope so, too. Yeah, now it's almost summer. So.
Yeah, so now, as long as I'm not doing my second job.
Yeah, of course. Well, yes. Well, then you better come out.
I'll be coming out on Friday mornings.
Good. Well, thanks to everybody who listened.
Yes, thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all.
Happy running.
Yay. Yay.
You did it. If you enjoyed this episode of Finish Lines and Milestones from Sandy Boy Productions, go to the show notes and sign up for our weekly newsletters. Also, go follow Karen on Instagram. She is Lupus Warrior Princess. Thank you, Gooder, for supporting this episode. And guys, wish me luck. I am running my first 50K, my first ultra marathon this Saturday, May 30th. And then I am cheering at the 20-mile mark of the Carmel Marathon that was rescheduled from its original date in April. So can't wait to cheer everybody on Sunday. Hopefully I will still be able to stand. All right. Thanks for listening. Make sure you're subscribed so you can hear race recap episode with my coach coming soon. All right. Bye.